Hi, Kiko. Well, we made it. So we got 1, 2, 3 more spots. They better get in while it's still daylight. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to get in there, at night, especially if it's raining. So I bet that WFX he ain't gonna go to sleep until those spots are filled. Because you always have that fear somebody's gonna hit your truck. I know it happened to me in Arizona. Guy took off my damn mirror and just took off. Well, this guy's head is almost messed up. Doesn't look good though. Yeah, these 3 spots are gonna go pretty quick. Probably another 20 minutes and they're gonna be full. Hi Vernon. Yeah, sure is, man. You're right, my friend. USA. Hi, Sophia. I'm in New York. I am in Buffalo, New York. Heading to New York City. Taking my break, so how's Texas, Sophia? Is it still hot? It's 79 over here, so it's pretty good. Well, I am close to Canada, so yeah, Texas is nice. I like Texas. Last time I was in Texas, I was in Laredo. Yeah, I've been in the whole Texas. I've been in Laredo, Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, pretty much the whole state. So Eagle Pass, El Paso. I've been in every city pretty much. Yeah, that camera is nice, Strohan. I used to have one of those. It was a Super 10. It was a beast. Especially those kind. I believe that's a 2006. A lot of torque, man. A lot of torque. A lot of power. Nice looking trucks. And then you go from that to this, to the plastic truck. See, that one is full of computers and all the nonsense. That's what you want to drive right there. At least me. I'll take the one over any truck here on the lot. Yeah, Sophia, I started driving in 2006, so I used to drive one of those. Just like that. It was a 2006, no emissions, no computers, none of that crap. Straight up, you know. I wish I can get one of those again, but it's hard to find them. Yeah, I work for a company right now. Hi, Victor. But I'm really thinking about to get, to get myself one of those. None of this new stuff. I like older trucks. They're easier to work on. I mean, I can get a truck and put it in this company, but that way I can call my own shots. I can go to work whenever I want to. But probably I'm looking into it maybe in a couple months. If I want to take a day off, I'm going to take a day off, you know what I mean? So but we'll see. I mean, the yellow one is not bad either. It's just all this emissions nonsense. Thank you, Sophia. Yeah, the black truck, that's the best truck on the parking lot. I'm not gonna lie. Even though it looks older, that's the best truck. That's the best truck on the lot. Everything else is garbage. Yeah, lucky dog. Those Kenworths, the T660 and the W900s, those are the best trucks, man. Especially the W900. I believe the black one is, it's a 2006, I believe. No emissions, none of that crap. I believe that one has about 550 horsepower, if I'm no mistake. See, everything else is crap, pure garbage. All these new trucks, it's all crap. Yeah, it's pretty big, Sophia. I mean, the front where you sit, but it's a kind of, it's not that big, but if you go in the back in the sleeper, it's pretty huge. Hi, Woki. Show him what's that. Yeah, they sure do. Yeah, the new trucks are crap, believe me. I'll take that Kenworth over any truck on the lot. Admiral, they're not here, man. See that Freightliner? The Peterbilt? You sure could, Sophia. Why not? See the yellow one? The Volvo? Piece of crap. What do you mean they'll stay on right? Yeah, because it's because of the air conditioning. It's pretty hot, so they have to keep them running so they can have the AC running. Same same thing in the winter time when it's cold outside. They have to have them run so they can have the heat. You know. But if it's like 50, 60 degrees outside overnight, they usually have them off. My truck is always on. Yeah, Sophia, every day new state. I started this morning in Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, and I went through Indiana, Ohio, a little bit of Pennsylvania, and now I'm in New York. So I passed 1, 2, 3, 5 states. This is the fifth state. Yep, every day you in a new state. So that's how this work operates. Yeah, I live right on the border of Wisconsin. I am 45 minutes from Wisconsin and about 6 hours from Minnesota. Yeah, they do get a lot of snow, that's true. Wisconsin and Minnesota, they do get a lot of snow because they are close to Canada. That's why, especially Minnesota. I mean, if you have time, you should go visit, you know. I like Wisconsin. Wisconsin is really nice. They really do take care of the state. The roads are nice. I mean, pretty much the whole Wisconsin is clean. I just love Wisconsin. Yeah, I mean, like I said, if you have the time, go for a visit. I like Minnesota too. There's something about these northern states. They are clean. Cody, good luck, man. Yeah, I mean, just, you know, if you have the passion, Cody, if you think you like it, you'll make it. Yeah, Pam, it's I heard about them, but yeah, you have to stick with them for a year. No, you shouldn't be nervous. I know when I started, I mean that's normal. You're gonna be nervous, but in the beginning, you'll be. They will be teaching you, man. They're not gonna send you out on the road by yourself, so they'll have somebody with you until you get comfortable. Don't worry, Cody, you're gonna get all the training that you need. And then once you go on your own, you're gonna be set. So basically, you're gonna be traveling the country and getting paid for it. So that's kind of cool. I think after 1 year, you can you can leave Pam and but you have to stick with them for like a year because of experience. Because if you get your CDL, I mean, not a lot of companies are gonna take you because you don't have any experience. Only the big companies that are self-insured, they're gonna take you. So you have to stick with them for at least a year, because every company outside of the big carriers, they require at least a year or two experience because of the insurance. So I know when I started, I was with JB Hunt for like 6 months, got myself some experience, and I was lucky. This one company, they hired me, and yeah, I don't like those cab over trucks. I don't like those cab over trucks. Yeah, you're right, Cody. I mean, it's better for you. It's better for you because you can get the experience, and like I said, they're not gonna put you in a truck by yourself, send you down the road if you're not ready. So once you get your CDL, they'll have a trainer go with you for a couple of weeks, so he can see how you drive, how you park, and then once you're ready to be on your own, they'll send you. You'll be on your own. But it's mostly because of experience too, because none of these companies are gonna hire you with 1 month experience. It's just the insurance policy. All these insurance companies, they require 1 year, 2 years. This company that I'm with, they require 2 years experience. I mean, it's not even the company; it's the insurance. That's what they require. So, but you'll be in good hands, man. Don't worry about it. Once you get that year under your belt, you can go pretty much anywhere after that. Like I said, I know I was with JB Hunt for 6 months, so but I went to the private school. I did not go, to the carrier. So I pretty much paid my own license with my own money. That way, I have the freedom to go wherever I want to. But that was back in 2006. Everything was different. The, in 2006, when I started up, all the insurance companies, they required like 6 months. So now it's 2 years. So every year it changes. But Cody, you'll be alright, man. Don't worry about it. Sophia, I'm driving since 2006. Istanbul, I am in just outside of Buffalo, New York. It's not raining, it's just, we had a cloud hover above us, and it's good now. It stopped. Yeah, 20 years almost. Well, that's why they have those cab overs, because of the streets. And here in the US, all the roads are pretty much open. Wayne, pick one. That Kenworth is mine, so you can have any other truck. Go ahead, pick one. I know, I'm just kidding. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I would pick that Kenworth over any truck in the lot. Istanbul, I am here outside of Buffalo. I got one stop tomorrow in Rochester. I have another stop in Liverpool, and my final stop is in New York City. So you want to go to New York City? You can follow me. Cody, it all depends what route you on. If you have a let's say 400-mile run, you'll start your shift in the morning, let's say 8 a.m. and 400-mile run, that's gonna run you about 7 hours. So I mean, you start your shift, you do your miles, park it, you come close to the delivery, find yourself a truck stop, maybe the closer the better. Park your truck there, and then you are off till the morning until your delivery. So you'll spend the night at the truck stop, do what you gotta do. You know, if you need to shower, if you need to do whatever you want to do, get a good night's sleep, wake up in the morning, do your pre-trip, go do your delivery. Once you empty, they'll probably give you another load. You go pick up their load and take it wherever they have you take it, and same thing again, every day. So you sleep in your truck. They'll give you a sleeper truck, with a bed, and once you shut down for the day, you go back to your truck, you go back to the sleeper, and you have everything in there. It's like a bedroom on wheels. Truck stops, Cody, the truck stops, they have everything. They have the showers, they have restrooms, they have restaurants, parking. I mean, everything that a driver needs, they have it. All all these big truck stops, Pilot, Flying J, I mean, they have everything that you need. They even have a laundry. If you need to do your laundry, you can go in there and do your laundry, and No, Sophia, I'm not. But I usually get that. I get that a lot. People ask me, am I Hispanic? I am from Bosnia. I'm from Europe. That's right, Istanbul. Everybody makes their own schedule. Everybody has a certain way. The way they run. See, in my case, I like to start early. I like to start early, like 4, 5, 6 in the morning. Do my hours during the day, and shut down. Like 5, 6 in the afternoon. So that way I can get good night's sleep. So I can get my 10 hours. I don't like late starts, man. I hate it. The way I run. See, I stopped here in New York about 2 hours ago. So I'll get my hours back like 4 in the morning. And I'm just gonna go and start my shift at 4 in the morning, do my pre-trip, and go knock these deliveries off. And then that way I can stop early tomorrow. I hate late starts, man. I'm the one that likes to start early. Because anytime you start late, you're gonna finish late, and it's hard. It's gonna be difficult to get a parking spot. So you wanna start early, and you wanna shut down early. That way you can get yourself a nice spot, nice parking. I mean, I understand there are times that you have to run late, but anytime you can start early, go ahead and start early, man. At least that's how I do it. I mean, it's not hard, Cody, once you get the hang of it. I mean, there are some spots that are challenging, even for me. Let's say if I go to a convention center, but you're gonna get, one. I mean, you cannot learn everything overnight. They'll teach you the proper way how to back in and everything. It all, you're gonna have to do it to learn it. You know. But they will teach you the proper way how to back in the truck, and the more you drive, every day that passes, the more comfortable you're gonna get, and then once you go on your own, and once you back in the truck 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, every time you back, you do your delivery, every day you're gonna get more comfortable. So I mean, of course you're gonna be nervous, Cody. I mean, I was nervous too. Don't get me wrong, but you know, it is a nice career. Believe me. You're not gonna have, you know, you're not gonna have a boss hovering about, behind your neck at a warehouse, tell you what to do. You know, you travel the country. You stop when you want to stop. You eat lunch when you want to eat lunch. You eat dinner when you want to eat dinner. You want to take a break. You can stop, take a break. I mean, you're gonna like it, man. Trust me. It's the freedom. It's the freedom. That's what I'm talking about. The freedom. And then once you get the experience, once you're in this business for a couple of years, if you decide to get yourself your own truck, then you're calling your own shots. Then you can go to work whenever you want. You can pick where you want to run. You can, if you want to run south only, you can run south only. Wherever you like. But there's so much, what you can do in this business. if you have any questions, Cody, just I'm here, man. I can guide you, through everything. I'm doing lives pretty much every day, so if you have any questions, I'm here to help out. Me personally, I don't think so, man. Because it's too risky, man. Especially in the wintertime. You know, they cannot tell me, hey, automated, truck, has same, reflexes as a human being. Once you hit ice, once you hit snow, rain. I mean, it's just different, the human brain, it acts different. Hi, Kendrick. I mean, they are trying to put them on the road, but what's gonna happen, when snow hits? What's gonna happen when ice hits? How are those trucks gonna, handle the road in icy conditions? So it's not the same as a human, believe me. I mean, they can try it all they want until there's, fatalities. I don't trust, the computer with my life. I like to be behind the wheel and, control my truck the way I want to control it and drive it. I don't need a computer, drive me around country. Hell no, man. If that day comes, the day all the trucks are gonna go automated, I'm done with this industry. I'm just gonna go work somewhere else, let's say in a warehouse. But that's a long shot, man. Yeah, man. Whatever you need, man, just let me know. I started in 2006. I'm pushing 20 years, so I've been through it all. I've seen it all, man. The good, the bad, and the ugly. I mean, you can learn a lot, man. There's a lot of drivers out there on YouTube. You can learn a lot from them. But I know when I started in 2006, I had to learn on the fly. So there were no smartphones back then. No social media. But right now you can pretty much do anything, online. But you'll be alright, man. They'll take care of you, man. They're not gonna if you're not ready, they're not gonna put you on the road by yourself. Yeah, once you complete the training, and then once you get your CDL, they'll have somebody go with you for a couple of weeks to see, to get you loose on the road. And then once you get the hang of it, you'll be alright, man. You're gonna love it. Yeah, I was just there last week. I had 5 stops in Michigan on Thursday. I had one in Grand Rapids, one in Lansing, Michigan, one in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, and 2 up. I had one in Bay City and one in Auburn Hills. Yeah, I was in Detroit. When I started in 2006, we had this account with appliances. They used to go to Detroit every other day. So I was in Detroit every other day when I started trucking in 2006. From 2006 to 2008, I was pretty much on a dedicated, lane, Chicago to Detroit and back. I've been in every state in the US. Yeah, I used to deliver that a few times. Detroit is not what it used to be, man. A lot of people moved out. I mean, I don't blame them, they gotta live. Everybody, looking out for themselves. So, but Detroit, it's not what it used to be, man. I know it been 2006 when I started driving, 2007. Detroit was alive, but now it's when I go there, it's all depressed. Not as much people, not as much traffic. Where you from, Cody? You see, this is what you don't want to do, man. You see that white truck that has his, he has his headlights on and he's resting. You don't want to do that. Now, if somebody comes here and parks next to me, he's gonna have a hard time seeing because of his headlights. So he needs to dim his headlights. He needs to turn them off. So there, that's your first lesson right there. Your first lesson, always turn off your lights when you go to sleep or when you're resting, because you don't want to blind somebody that's trying to park. See that can work. And you can do that. You can have your position lights, but you gotta shut off your running lights. You see, Sophia, that Kenworth, it's even prettier now when it got dark. Yeah, a lot of layoffs. But You always gonna have a job. You're always gonna have a job, Cody. With your CDL. Just keep your CDL clean. No tickets, no moving violations, no accidents. You're gonna have always job. And the more you're into this business, as years pass by, and if your record is nice and clean, and you don't you keep your CDL clean, the companies are gonna fight for you, man. I can quit now and tomorrow I can get a job because my CDL is clean. Just protect your CDL, man. Don't do nothing stupid. Even if you do something stupid with the car, let's say you get a moving violation with the car, with your personal car, or you get a moving violation, it's gonna affect your CDL. So even once you get your CDL, you need to be careful with your car too. When you drive your personal car. Yeah, I mean, that's your first lesson. You need to shut them off when you're resting. I see now if the driver wants to park next to me, he's gonna be blinded with his headlights, especially at night. So I don't think he's tired. I don't think when I started the lights were off, and he turned them on maybe 20 minutes ago. Maybe he's getting ready to leave. We'll see. But yeah, everybody's got them off. You see the guy next to him, he has the position lights, so those are good. Yeah, they're yeah, all the big carriers, like Swift, JB Hunt, all the mega carriers, all the trucks are pretty much automatic. It's less stress on you, especially when you do city driving, when you're in the city limits. So it's just less stress on the driver. One thing, he doesn't have to worry about shifting. One thing less for him to worry about. Me personally, I like manual. Yeah, you're not gonna. The only way you're gonna learn stick if you get your own truck. But all these mega carriers, they all have automatic trucks. So when I started in 2006, I started learning on a stick. It was a 10-speed. Then I drove a 13-speed for a little bit, and then I drove a Super 10. So the only way you're gonna learn stick if you get yourself your own truck. You're not gonna find any stick shifts, in the mega carriers. Thank you, Sophia. I mean, you gotta do something right to drive 20 years accident free. So I'm not saying I'm the best driver out there, but I think I'm doing something right. I know a driver. He started with us with this company. I'd say 3 months ago. He had two accidents within the first week. So my boss had to let him go. And everything could have been avoided, if he was paying attention. Shorthand, yeah, I'm doing my 10 hours, so I'll get my hours back at 5 in the morning. So I'll start my shift at 5 in the morning and get these deliveries off. Good thing I'm going to Home Depot stores, so they're open all day. I don't have any appointments, so I'm just gonna knock them out as I go. Yeah, Sophia, pretty much. I mean, if I have, I can do about 650 miles in 11 hours. That's if I take it easy. But if the run is, if the run is, let's say, 500 miles, then I run 9 hours a day. It all depends how many miles the run is. But yeah, 11 hours, that's the maximum we can drive, and once we do 11 hours, we have to take 10 hours off. Yeah, he was lucky because the spot in front, there were like 2 spots in front of him that were empty. So basically he just drove nose in and backed in, so he didn't have to maneuver, But if the spots were taken, he would have to back it in, just like everybody else. But he was lucky. There was 2 spots open, right across him, so he just drove nose in and backed it in, so it was easy for him. Let's see, this guy right here and this guy right there, whoever comes in, they're gonna have to back in because I'm right in front of them, so they won't be able to just back up just like that guy. I guess it was his lucky night. Yeah, whoever is gonna take this spot is gonna be a challenge. You see, Cody, another thing, when you parked for the night, you wanna have your position lights on, like this guy. See, I have the same thing. You see my trailer? I have the position lights on. One reason it's good to have them on, because whoever is backing into the spot right there, they can see the side of your truck. They can just follow the light. You know what I mean? So they can follow the light and they can see how much space they have, not hitting your truck. See that guy has them off. See, you always want to have your position lights on. That way whoever parks here at night, they can see the end of your truck, like the side of the truck, and how much space they have to maneuver. You see the camera right there? His lights are, his position lights are off. So let's say this guy leaves, and whoever comes in to park, they're not gonna have a clear view of his passenger light, of his passenger side. So they're gonna have to, figure it out. But this guy, they can, whoever parks in this spot, they can have an idea where the truck is. So long story short, whenever you, no, it's not gonna kill the battery. If you idle your truck, you can have them on. So long story short, always have your position lights on. That way whoever parks next to you, they have an easier time, to back up the truck. They don't have to, get out, check every minute to see how much space they have, next to your truck. They can use the lights, to adjust, the space. It's USA, less you. This is USA, New York. No, I haven't visited Canada. Maybe I'll go one day on the vacation, but right now, no. Hi, Alex. That black truck is still the best truck on the parking lot, Sophia. It's a mean looking truck. I love those trucks, they look mean. When I was a teenager, when I wasn't driving trucks, every time when I drove my car, every time I came close to one of those trucks, I used to always give them space. Yeah, Sophia, me too, because I used to have one. What makes a bad versus good truck? How can you tell? I mean, nowadays all the trucks are made so the driver is comfortable, in every truck. But all the new technology, you see that Kenworth right there versus that Cascadia right there. That Cascadia, you cannot do nothing on it. Let's say you break down on the side of the road, there's not much you can do to it. You have to tow it into the shop, to the dealership, because that truck, it's all computer. So there's not much you can do with it. Versus that truck, that's a probably 2006. You can work on that truck easy. You can fix whatever you want. Everything is accessible. There is no sensors, there is no crap like in these trucks. So you can fix whatever you want on this truck. The engine, it's easy accessible. If something breaks, let's say a hose or something, you can replace it easy. And where with this truck, everything is how can I say it? Everything is made so the dealerships can work on them. You know what I mean? So it's all computer. So if you break down on the side of the road, you pretty much have to tow the truck to the dealership, because there's not much you can do. They require special tools, special computers, so they can read the ECM. Where with these trucks, everything is old school. There is no computers, there's no missions, none of that crap. So if you, God forbid, break down somewhere on the side of the road, you can fix it with your own hands, because I know I did. I had few times, a hole, busted hose or whatever. So I always carried extra parts with me. Those sensitive parts, like hoses and airlines and stuff like that. So you can pretty much fix them, because the engine is really, you can get to the engine. Everything is right there in front of you. Where with this truck, everything is protected. So they require special tools to work on. That's why I would always choose that Kenworth over any truck here on the lot. And another thing, those trucks, they don't have emissions, which means you get more torque, you get more power. Everything is straight pipes. Where this truck, everything is controlled to the computer. Which is not good. So if you ever decide to buy your own truck, always up to 2007, 2008 year. Everything over 2008, it's not good. So between 2000 and 2008, those are the best trucks. I know they're gonna have some miles on them, but hey, those are beasts, man. You see, this truck is 2006 and he's still running strong. And I'm sure he still has years and years life, in that engine. But you just gotta do your maintenance, do your oil change, do your, wear and tear, so. And another thing, it's probably not the most comfortable truck like that one, but everything else is, it's not even, close. Yeah, Sophia, the black truck is a beauty. You're right. Well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. Now, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night, Sophia. Good night, Cody. Yeah, I mean, I'll be doing live pretty much every day. So if you have a question, just shoot it over, and I'll help you out as much as I can. Take care, guys.